people, when they think of West Monroe and Northeast Louisiana, of course, Kiroli Park is one of the first things that comes to mind.
Come out here any weekend and just notice the hundreds of people that are out here enjoying what we have. This is a very unique area.
The biggest draw at Kiroli Park is Miles Park. It was added almost 10 years ago, not quite 10 years ago. We have 2.5 miles of the trails that you see behind me. We've got over 5 miles of mountain biking trails. We've got countless shelters. We've got a lodge and an amphitheater, a bandstand. So we've got venues where parties and events can be held. We've also got the ponds where trout and catfish can be caught. A number of playgrounds and open spaces and just serenity out in nature.
The Kiwanis, the Rotarians, and the Lions Club, 40 members got together and donated $100 each and purchased this property on October the 15th, 1925, and it became the first Ouachita Council of Boy Scouts of America. The name of Kiroli came about by taking the first two letters, the first two letters of the Kiwanis, the first two letters of the Rotarians, and the first two letters of the Lions Club came together and became Camp Kiroli.
It is the largest municipally owned park in Northeast Louisiana, 150 acres, and it just offers so many things for so many different people.
My favorite memory is my son was actually born and raised out here. The first 2 years of his life he spent at Kiroli Park growing up.
We've basically raised our son here. He's 5 this year, and I think just the memories of him kind of graduating from, playground to bigger playground.
One of my favorite memories here is when the heron reveal was here during that project, and when all of the herons were unveiled and they were all out in the big area over there by the bandstand, and it was just a sea of people, and I forget 50 or so herons, and it was just absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful day, beautiful weather, and the project itself brought our community together so much, and all of it got to be unveiled and kind of showcased here at Kiroli Park.
Kiroli Park, as we know it today, started as a Boy Scout camp back in the 1920s through the 70s. It served as a refugee camp in the 1920s from the 1927 flood of the Mississippi River. It served as a training grounds during World War II. It was purchased and maintained by the parish in the 70s and 80s, and of course the city took ownership and managed it on a day-to-day basis starting in the late 1980s. And since that point, we've taken what was here at Kiroli Park and improved it the best we can. Additions have been made, and so I think over the past 100 years, huge changes have taken place.
This was the original evacuation center of the 1927 flood. The two staff cabins they are rebuilding were originally 2 of 4 that they used for the National Guard and the Sheriff's Office to stay out here to keep the peace. The lodge was built during that period of time to help feed the people. They used this area out here for during World War II for training, because you have all the different types of topography. If you go to where the main trail is, you walk down into a cypress bottom. If you go up on the hills, you get into a hardwood upland forest. And that's the part about Kiroli that is so unique. Most areas that you go to, or parks you go to, do not have the different fauna and tree systems that we have at Kiroli Park. We tried to save the original topography that was out here and in as many of the buildings that we could. The road system you see out here was the original road system that was put in by the Scouts. The trail systems you see here are the original trail systems the Scouts had during the summer. They were dirt trails. What we did was go in and in the very early 80s, I want to say in 1980, we asphalt all those trails, which people have been using for the last 30 years or so.
At this moment, we do have all of our trails being repaved, rehabilitated and repaved, which they're asphalt, and then some are wooden trails that are boardwalked over some of the low areas. So all of that's being rehabbed right now. We have just completed the Sunken Gardens, which is the old Boy Scout swimming pool that has been rehabbed into a natural native garden. The West Monroe Civitans Club worked with the City of West Monroe to put in an all-accessible park. We've just added pickleball courts. The need for pickleball, not really the need, I should say the rave of pickleball has overtaken our whole nation, and so Kiroli upgraded our tennis courts and then added pickleball courts. Quality of life is so important. I mean, you can have great infrastructure and jobs, but you've got to have quality of life, and Kiroli Park is just one part of our quality of life projects, I guess, in our area, in the city, and in our community. But it's what makes people want to live somewhere, or want to stay somewhere, or want to return somewhere.
My vision and my hope, and I think the way the city has it lined out, when we established this, we established it under the BOR granting system of Louisiana. And it's a federal and state program where it's supposed to stay as natural as it is. You have some of these trees in some of the playground areas well over 150 years. To me, I won't be around, but I could see them making it to 200 years because it is a protected area.
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Kiroli Foundation. It's a nonprofit arm that fundraises for the park, and so the things that I guess we see need to be improved or adjusted or added, that's steered by the Kiroli Foundation.
Thank you to the community, thank you to the Kiroli Foundation, and for everyone that's had a part in Kiroli over the last 100 years, and understanding the importance of it and what it does for our community.